So you remember, when we talked, when you approached me about this subject, talking about or writing about the resolutions. And I told you at that time, I always thought about it. Why it have to be a resolution just for the next year? Why we put resolution to life? Once and forever. Which is in reality will determine what the quality of our life gonna be and how we choose really to live it. Many times, every time you meet somebody, stress seems to be a number one issue in everybody's life. It doesn't matter how big that stress really is, but it is like a number one issue all the time. And then the fact that 87% of our illnesses, mind over body, seems to me that particular problem, stress, is issue need to be addressed once and forever in our life. And the best way to do, or if we can call it the first resolution. So, my first resolution once and forever in my life is to determine what the stressors of my life are and my ability to eliminate them. Yet, in order for that resolution to take place, I have to determine or to identify or to define what really stress is. Stress is nothing but our reaction to what really we are facing. It's not the situation I'm facing more than my reaction to it. Meaning, I can have a heart attack over that situation, or I can pull away and ask myself a simple question: what can I do about it? And if the answer is nothing, I'm not gonna waste any energy over that situation or over any situation I know 100% I cannot change. So, really, as a first resolution, if we want to put it this way, right, it is for me to understand what is really stress is in my life. Stress is a situation I'm gonna face, yet it's still up to me how I'm gonna react to that situation. Now, the question is, what in reality power will allow me to do so? That can be my second resolution to life, is the unconditional love to myself. Unconditional love, once and forever, for who I am and what I am. So that man or that woman who's looking at me back from that mirror need to know once and for all that I love him unconditionally, or I love her unconditionally, if a woman talking to a woman, and that I'm gonna take care of that man, of that person who's looking back at me, because he is or she are the only one who's responsible for my well-being. With that power, I am capable to pull away from any stressful situation. Yet, with that power of love comes a third power, which I really love to call it my third resolution for life: total forgiveness to myself. Ability to accept me for who I am and to forgive me for whatever I have done, for whatever may I have done. I already been loved, I already been forgiven. It's nothing but a gift for me to accept and take, but yet it had to be put in action in order for it really to work. Power of forgiveness, which is in reality will lead us to another important power, which could be my first resolution for life, is the power of acceptance. In order for me to resolve any problem, or any situation, I get to accept it, to resolve it. There is no way under the sun, if I am in conflict with, I will be able to resolve that. I accept whatever disease I'm going through. I accept whatever relationship I'm going through. I accept even those who cause me harm. And through the unconditional power of love to myself, through the unconditional forgiveness to myself, I resolve it. It is done deal. It doesn't disturb me really anymore. I mean, those are really seems to be, in my opinion, basic powers. Without them, we are unable to go really anywhere in this life, unless we, how you put it?
Stacy, line 2. Stacy, line 2. Thank you.
Sometimes we fool ourselves consciously. Yes, I love me. I'm gonna take care of me. Yes, I will forgive me. Yet subconsciously, I have a conflict. So, the fifth resolution, if we want to look at it this way, that all these powers, I acknowledge them consciously and subconsciously. Now the question is, okay, how I will know? Subconsciously I got that too. And consciously I got that too. When every single day we wake up, it is a good day. Every single day. It's gotta be a good day. I don't understand the fact that somebody says, oh man, today. Where do you come up with that? How do you know what that day gonna be? I see the sunset, sunshine in the morning. I'm thankful for it. And I'm looking forward to the sunset. What about tomorrow? Tomorrow is another good day. And this is really like, if you want to look at it as a sixth resolution, every single day is going to be a good day. It is up to me how I'm going to face that day. It doesn't matter really how bright and sunny outside. If you are looking through dark glasses, it's going to be dark. So, the sixth resolution, as I said, you can look at it really as every day is going to be a good day. It doesn't really matter what. My seventh resolution, I know that I cannot change anybody. I can witness, I can justify to others, but I cannot change anybody except myself. I can change only me. So the way I do this changes, it can be only in a positive way. Because for me to be there tomorrow, for everybody I love and I care about, or for me to accomplish whatever I want to accomplish in this life, it is my priority to be taken care of me. We've been raised that loving you is nothing but selfishness. It is really not true. In my opinion, loving you, loving yourself, is a courage. It takes courage to live. It takes courage to take care of you, to be there tomorrow for everyone you love and you care. Otherwise, selfishness are those people who took the easy way out. They really didn't care about who left behind. That is selfishness. Oh, I mean, I don't know really how much you can go in this discussion because many times it depends upon patient's individuality. And I really don't, I mean, in one way or another I care, but let's say some don't believe in God or don't believe in power. You never know who you're gonna face with patients, but most of our patients really are believers. So I highly emphasize the fact that one of the most resolutions for life, that I am a spiritual being before me being this. And this is really the most powerful one. In my opinion, if you will realize it, then everything else is a piece of cake. Knowing that I am a spiritual being, and yet knowing that I've been instructed by higher power, it is priority to love me. Because, and I try to explain it to my patient, because many of them says, I love myself, what about my God? I said, if you are a spiritual being, meaning you've been created in His image, and that image is in you. So loving you, taking care of you, you are so close and loving and taking care of your Creator. And this is really a precious thing to understand. And I said, how many times you read the book? Do you know where in the book it tells you to love you? Sometimes I look at you, they don't. I said, what about the one which says, love your neighbor like you love yourself? And they are sometimes like surprised, even with all their faith. They go to the church, and yet they don't realize it is written there, and God is, love your neighbor, because you cannot love anybody if you cannot love you. I mean, forget about it. Really, there is no way under the sun that's going to be thing is there. So through these resolutions, if you want to put it this way, you are the center, and everything else really rotate around you. The more you are taking care of yourself and you mean what you say, the more you are mobilizing power, not just for healing. You are mobilizing power for live this quality, live this life to the max of it, acknowledging and knowing and searching, and ability to love and be loved, and gain the knowledge you are looking forward for. And as those three things really accumulate always in your life on daily basis to the end of your life, the closer really you are to that spirituality. That's the way I look at it. So